All right. Hey, everyone. Perry Tinsley here. Welcome to our Team Power Blast call for September 10th, 2015. Got a very, very exciting special guest on our call. You guys all got the email and everything like that. But for those of you listening to the recording or even years down the road, you're going to make sure that you want to have a notebook out for what this lady is about to share. Just a little background. I met Anita Miron back in Cancun, and I didn't even know I was talking to this lady. I was just out there on. I'd seen a few of her videos, and we were just chatting, and happened to introduce each other. And it's like, oh, you're Anita. So shortly after that, we were messaging, and she asked to come up to Canada to do one of our Super Saturdays, or to talk about arrangements for doing that. And so she came up, did a killer, awesome presentation. We got to chat up there, and it's just totally awesome. So I shared some of those tips with you guys. We talked about it in one of our team calls, so go back into the team recording playlist. But when we announced that Anita was coming on our call for tonight, people were like, hashtag love her, hashtag love Anita, hashtag can't wait. And so that's what happened when we announced this special guest. So Anita is, and I'm going to go from what I know. She's probably advanced even farther here, but she's a mom of one. She and her awesome husband Eric live in Austin, Texas. He's her partner in crime in this business. She is a 15-star diamond coach, superstar diamond, and a top 10 elite coach in 2014 and 2015. As a matter of fact, I think last time I looked, she was number 5 in all of Team Beachbody, and she's a Success Club 10 legend. That means at least 24 consecutive months, Success Club 10. And she's been a coach since 2012. So last time I talked, she had 23 lifetime diamonds. I'm sure that there are more since then. She can update us there. She's the founder of the Inspire Empire. And we're just so honored to have you on our Team Power Blast call. So, Anita, I'm going to turn it over to you. Top 10 tips from a top 10 coach. Welcome to you. Insert applause here because everybody's on mute.
I love it. Okay. Yeah. So that's how it goes. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for having me on. I have a toddler running around, so you're going to hear her in the background, hopefully not too bad. But if she hops in, I hope you understand. I'm sure some of you guys have kids and can relate. So, but thanks, Perry, for that introduction. I am really impressed with your memory. That's epic. Good job. I'm not even sure if I told you those things. So, or maybe I gave those things to you for Super Saturday. And so, yes. And all those things are still true. So, oh, well, let's see here. Accolades are really cool, right? But the most important thing is my story. So, I did not roll over in bed a 15-star diamond coach and top 10 in a matter of days. That did not happen. This has been a project. This has been a journey, and it's not been a 1-year journey. It's been a 3-year journey, and I'm in my 4th year. So everybody has a different, story, a different background. So for me, I signed up as a Beachbody coach to lose weight. I was a discount coach first. I had my daughter. I was 210 pounds when I had her, and I've lost about 70 pounds, and I've kept the weight off. Thank God. I don't know how I've done that because that's never been the case before, but thanks to Beachbody, I've kept it off. But I signed up for the discount, and as I started to really fall in love with the product and started to be authentic in sharing what I was going through in my journey, I started to build a business. And I didn't become an all-in coach until about my first year, finish my first year. It took me 10 months to become a diamond, not because of my lack of knowledge or because I wasn't talented or whatever. It was because I was not all in yet. I was not bought in. I was not driven to do this. I had a full-time job. And for me, the full-time job was what I thought my future career was, what I thought I was going to be involved in forever. But then I had this little baby and I could not bear leaving her at home. It was too much. I was nursing. I was attached to her, and the idea of not being around her really stunk. So I remember sitting in the parking lot of Walgreens, crying my eyes out, watching these stay-at-home moms walk out the front door with their kids, and I couldn't do that. So I told my husband, give me 4 months. I'm going to give my Beachbody business everything I've got around my job and my daughter. So basically what I asked my husband to do is divorce me for 4 months. No date night, no hangouts. I'm like, all I'm going to be doing for the next 4 months besides my job is Beachbody. And I guarantee you, I'm taking this full leap of faith. I promise you on the other end, it's going to be a lot prettier. So I did, in fact, replace my income at my job. We did not replace our health insurance. That was the scary part. But I did replace my income and left. And I went full throttle. I did everything I possibly could, fell to my knees every morning and prayed to God that I'd made the right decision, because that was a scary one to put my family through, and just went in. And after about a year, I was able to replace, actually 7 months, I was able to replace Eric's income, my husband's. So we decided to bring him home too, take another giant leap of faith, and jump in together in our business. And he more so took on the role of supporter in our family life, but we did work his business as well, his center. So at that point, we both made a major commitment that this was what we were going to do. We had to make this work for our family. We were 100%, we took notes on every call we could get on. We were students of the business. We treated it as if we had paid $100,000 into a business opportunity. And we were just holding on for dear life, hoping it would all stick together, because we were just making it by. And then within about 6 months, we were top 10. We were doubling our income. And so we knew it was the right decision, and we just kept going with it. So that's why we're here today, top 10 again, 15-star diamond, because we've stayed consistent, we've stayed passionate, we've stayed on top of it. And so I've put together 10 things that are non-negotiables, 10 things that when I look back on that push over the last 3 years, and by the way, guys, we don't have to work that hard anymore. We don't work like a dog anymore. We take a lot of time off. In fact, I took all of August and almost all of July off of my business, because we can. And that's the luxury of this business, is that's another payoff, is if you've built a really solid, rock solid foundation underneath you, a killer organization, if you've helped build leaders up, you can take time off. And so I don't want you to think that you have to work like a dog forever, but if you put in the time now, you put in the sacrifice now, and you believe in yourself and you believe in this business, amazing things can happen. All right. So, and again, I have to stress, I did not wake up, at my goal weight. I did not wake up the leader that I am today. I did not wake up with the organization that I have today. It took time, and it took doing these things that I'm going to share with you every single day, not 3 days a week, not 2 days a week. I'm talking 7 days a week minus Sunday. I sometimes got on Sunday night, but so I'm going to go 1 through 10. Make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're not multitasking. Really focusing on these 10 things. Number 1, the things that I'm going to share with you tonight, don't be a wallflower with it. Don't take the notes and just kind of sit on them. Okay? I want you to go take action. I want you to go put these things into practice. All right? So don't take notes and then just shove the notes under your bed. For me, being a good student, was number one. You have to let your guard down. You have to open up. You have to open your mind up. There are some things in this business that some people aren't willing to do, aren't wanting to do, aren't comfortable doing. However, you've got to do it. You've got to step outside your comfort zone and you've got to do it. And that takes going and being a student, getting on team calls, other people's team calls, finding out what everyone's doing and do it. Okay. And if it doesn't work for you for 6 months, stop doing it, try something else. But you got to try everything, even if it's uncomfortable. And when you're trying to build a business, you have got to treat it as if you made that investment. Okay. Number 2, this business is really not that complicated. In fact, it's mind-numbingly simple once you've figured it out. Once I figured it out, I ran with it because I was like, duh, this is a no-brainer. 3 vital behaviors. Number 2, that's it. This business is built. It's a tornado around the 3 vital behaviors. Imagine in the middle of this funnel, you've got these 3 things that you've got to do. And these other behaviors and activities that coaches do, they're stemmed from those 3 vital behaviors. Okay? So invite, in case you don't know what these things are. Be proof the product works in personal development. So when I say invite, I'm talking, there is a video on YouTube. You can look it up. It's called Strategically Planning Your Month as a Beachbody Coach. And it was created by me, and it was created in 2013. I mean, posting about the opportunity. I mean, creating event pages for your challenge groups, posting about challenge groups, private message inviting, calling people, writing a list of people down that you think could benefit from this. If you're a new coach and you haven't hit up your warm market, if you're not a new coach, think about how else you can get more people to invite. That's adding to your network is part of inviting. So like page, Instagram, MyFitnessPal, group pages, whatever you can do to get your face in front of more faces. That's the name of the game. I am a top 10 coach, not because I'm a magician, but because I just talk to a shizzle ton of people, like a lot of people from my like page. I have paid money for my like page. I put in a certain percentage of my income to get more followers. If you don't know how to operate a like page, I suggest you start Google searching and YouTubing and study that thing like you would study your Beachbody business, because it's gold. If you prefer to blog, if you prefer to Instagram, then you need to be a student of those things. So that's where that whole inviting, it gets to be even bigger than that. Number 2, being proof the product works. That's not just for your own personal mindset, but that's for your viewers, your followers, to see what you're up to see that you are in fact doing what it is that you say that you do. Nobody cares about an advertisement from Autumn Calabrese. They do care that Perry has a 6-pack, because Perry has a 6-pack. Well, why can't I have a 6-pack? Perry's my neighbor. If Perry can have one, so can I. That's sort of what you're going after here. Is if Ashley has a 6-pack and Ashley's my sister-in-law's best friend's neighbor, I have a connection to her. I know of her. I've watched her Facebook posts. If she can do it, so can I. And I'm going to sign up. That's the type of thing. That's why being proof the product is important. Also, it's your mindset. I find that my business sluggishly goes forward when I'm not killing it in my fitness. When I'm not drinking my Shakeology every day and eating clean, I am not as pumped up in my business because I'm not believing in the product as much as I should, because I'm not using the products. So sure, it's boring for me to do 21-day fix over and over and over again for 2 years. So I incorporate it with other stuff too. I incorporate Body Beast. I incorporate Tai Chang. I incorporate everything into my post, so I'm continuously being pumped up on Beachbody programs. You have to have the belief in our products before you can tell other people to do it too. You absolutely have to believe. So you have to have your own experience with it. Number 3 of the 3 vital behaviors is personal development. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So that brings me to number 4. Personal development for me is everything. When I got started as a Beachbody coach, I was a hot mess. Okay, I was somebody who hopped from job to job to job. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I was a brand new mom. I was somebody who had a pity party almost every other day. I was negative. My mindset was garbage. I didn't take care of myself. So how on earth was I to start a $1 million business at that position in my life? I knew that if I wanted to be successful in this, because I did want to, I knew that it would take me changing this first and this and this before I could change other people's heart and mind and their bodies. I couldn't very well lead people to success if I'm sitting here negative or not the type of leader that I would want to sign up with. And I'm talking not just negativity, but how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other people, how you treat people, how you treat yourself, your emotional stability. All these things are some things that we all need to work on. We're human. We are all a hot mess. We're born a big pile of mess. Can y'all agree with that? Sometimes it's like, am I going crazy? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I am. So you've got to take care of yourself and your mind before you go taking care of other people. Okay? And that's going to really help you become a great leader, because you can then go forward onto your social media and share how your personal development is changing your life and helping you. That way, you're going to inspire more people and change and developing yourself as a human being. That attracts people to you. That attracts people who want change. And that's cool. So yeah, personal development, make personal development everything. Number 5, share your story and know your niche. Okay? So one of the hardest things that we can do as Beachbody coaches is wear our heart on our sleeve, because it makes us vulnerable. It puts us in a position where we're outing ourselves. And like going back to the PD thing, personal development thing, we're all a hot mess. But you know what? I have built a business of other hot messes who want to get better and who want to be better. And so I knew that if I had the wherewithal of knowing this, that if I had read a Facebook post from another woman who struggled with depression, and she said, and she appeared to be stronger from it, and if she appeared to have made changes from it and created a business for herself, I would relate and I would find strength in what she had to say. I would never judge her. I would say, dang, she's got a huge pair, you know what, to come out and say that. I do caution you to, before you go out, outing yourself completely, make sure you do it in chunks, slowly but sure, lay out your story over time, slowly but surely, but also making sure that you are putting out the right juju. So like when you're sharing your story, make sure you tie it around to being positive, how it's a positive change in your life. And it is very hard, because sometimes, guys, you might be in the middle of a crap storm. Something in your life might be way off. And you're like, how can I make this positive? Well, don't share it yet. Work on it. On the sidelines, work on it. Get out of it. Get to a point where you're stronger and then share. So for me, I talk a lot about my previous bout with depression and anxiety. And guys, that kind of depression, anxiety does not go away. If you've struggled with it once, chances are you'll struggle with it again. And chances are if you struggled with it twice, you'll struggle with it a third time. So I have gone through it before I was a coach. And I was able to share with people how I became stronger by being a coach and by helping people and by getting fit and healthy. But guess what? I've gone through depression again while working my business, and it was hard. I had a lot of plates to spin and a social media presence to uphold while not wanting to get out of bed. So just use that as strength. When you know that something bad in your life is happening, continue to do what you can to post on your newsfeed about positive stuff and add value to people's lives, and try your best to help people, because that's going to help you get through your problems when you help other people. And then find a way to find a positive solution to what you're going through, and then turn around and share your story with people once you found your solution. I find that that's kind of the key. Don't go dumping your problems on Facebook when you don't have a solution, because that scares people away. Can we all agree on that one? Like, I'm having a really crappy day. I can't get out of bed, and I'm contemplating quitting Beachbody. Period. Have a nice day. Post. You never want to do that. And trust me, that's a thought we've all had, right? So you get out of that. You find the positive, because there's always a positive, and then you share your story. But always find a way to share and be authentic and real, but turn it and flip it into a positive. Now, know your niche, okay? So your niche is you. Are you a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids with a husband, somebody that was a little bit lonely, after having your kids, and you put on weight? Is that who you are? Then that's probably who you're speaking to. Okay. If you are a truck driver who sits on his booty all day and gains a ton of weight and then gets fit with insanity on the road, chances are your following is going to be other truck drivers or other males. Are you a dad? Are you, a single college dude? Whatever you are is your niche. That's the secret. So chances are your coaches are often going to be just like you. It's funny. Whenever I did my diamond picture at Summit with all my diamonds, we all looked the same. We're all the same age group. We all look the same. I looked around, I was like, oh my gosh, we're twinsies. We're all the same. It's because I attracted myself to myself. So I have a group of 4,500 best friends. We're like always talking and hanging out. It's kind of cool. So in my city, and by the way, Perry, I moved back to Grand Rapids. Did I say that already? I'm not in Austin anymore.
I didn't know you moved. I knew that you traveled back there. I thought you were visiting family. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I moved. My team is primarily here, okay, and my friends are here. And anyway, so I wanted to be back home. It was a hard decision, but we did it. But all my friends that are here in Grand Rapids are all coaches, and we're all like sisters. So it's kind of neat to see that. We all have kids the same age. We all went through a little bit of postpartum depression, things like that. So we all relate. So really fixate on your niche, talk to your niche, speak to your niche, add value to your niche. We'll talk about that in a minute. Number 6, duplication. Whatever it is that you did to become successful, if you've hit Success Club and you bring on coaches to your team, you have better figure out how to become or be able to make them become you. Your goal in this business is to set up a team of mini-me's. So, for example, I've got a 6-star diamond qualifying coach underneath me. She makes up a huge chunk of my strong leg. I am very grateful for this coach. Her name is Shelly. She's also in the top 50. I sat her down and she said to me, how do I do this? And I said to her, copy everything I do. Okay, I'm going to give it to you and tell you my to-do list every day. Copy how I post. Copy me. Whatever it is that you got to do, copy me. I want to make you a mini-me. And she's like, okay, I'll do it. You've got to find a good student. They have to want this. That's the first thing, is that, you can't make people want this. So the key is to find people who want it. And that takes you getting out there and sharing and being authentic and being proof the product works and inviting. It takes you doing all those things. But once you get that person, you've got to be able to give them your system, what you did to hit Success Club every month. Hand that system over. So I've got my Shelly on one side, and then I've got my Tara on the other side. And she said to me the same thing. I want to do what you do. What do I need to do? And I said, okay, you've got to be willing to become me for a minute. Then we're going to fix it up so that you can be, you and share your own story. But I need you to be open-minded enough to be a good student and copy what I'm doing. So that's sort of what you're looking for, is these 2 to 5 to 10 to whatever. Even if you had 2 rock stars, you're set. If you had one on one side and the on the other side and they just blew it up, you're golden. But it's even cooler when you've got 7 and 10 on one side. That's where it's at. But if you can get 2, one on, each side, that can bring you a 6-figure income just like that. Okay. So you've got to find your people first. And then you've got to if they want it, they tell you they want it, help them hit Success Club first. And then help them move on to Diamond, help them move on to Success Club every single month. Your goal, really the name of the game in this business, is to get as many people underneath you that want to do this and help them hit Success Club. Tell them how you did it. That's exactly how I went top 10. I recruited 10 to 20 coaches a month, and I helped each of them get to Success Club. If they didn't want to hit Success Club, I moved on to a new person. They've got to want this. If they don't want it, you got to find other people who want it. And that's your goal. Can't get too wrapped up in people who don't want it. Okay? Don't let that crush your dreams and your goals because you got too wrapped up in everyone else not wanting it that bad. I've had too many coaches quit because their organization, their coaches didn't want it, and it hurt them. They were very emotionally distraught by it. And you can't be that way. This is a business. Okay? You got to treat it like one. So when your people peace out, you got to go find more people. Your job is to recruit and help them become you. Okay? So number 7, face your fears. And that goes back to sharing your story. If you're working on this business is about being in a process always of facing your fears, overcoming them, and sharing how you turned adversity into success. That's what this business is really all about when you're sharing on social media. So figure out, what can you accomplish? What fears can you squash? What can you do to inspire others? So for me, a big fear was going on airplanes. I have anxiety. I have flight anxiety through the roof. It's not even funny. My husband laughs because I literally shake. But I actually am planning a blog post where I'll talk about how I overcome that fear. And so and that's it's a weird example, but say your fear is in social situations. So talk about how you've overcome that. The best way to set your social media presence up is to write 5 things down that you would have considered a weakness and 5 things down that you've created a strength with. And really talk about those things as much as you can. Try to be an inspiration. A great example pertaining to Beachbody. I started my business with 200 Facebook friends. I've maxed out at 5,000 and 10, 12,000 or 9,000. I don't even know how many followers I have. And I've been a coach for 3 years. That's a lot. And when I first started, that was overwhelming to think that I could even do that. But I did. And that's overcoming something. And I can make a post and share about that. So always find something that can really inspire and help somebody. Is it, if eating disorder? Did you overcome an eating disorder? Did you overcome, I don't know, chronic IBS? Who knows? Anything. Number 8, time management. You absolutely need to manage your time. I like to make to-do lists for every chunk of time in my day that I'm going to work my business. Okay, so for me, having had a baby at home and my husband was working when I first got started, I really had to be strategic. I had to really, really plan exactly what I was going to do in every hour. And then when those things were done, I shut the computer down and I got on with my business, got on with doing what I needed to do, okay, with my family. So manage your time. A great book is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. So doing the hardest, most difficult, the things that you don't want to do, doing those things first, and then moving on to the things that you want to do. Number 9, visualize. Visualize and really map out your why and map out what you want. Okay, because it's not real until it's on paper. Okay, so I like Pinterest. I love making dream boards. Make a dream board. When you're doing this by yourself, and sometimes you're getting told no 100 times over, it's easy to want to quit. But when you remind yourself who and what you're working for, it makes it easier. Okay, so make that very important. The Morning Miracle, or The Miracle Morning, I can't remember. It's a great book. It sets you up for success in your morning. I think you guys would really enjoy that. And last but not least, number 10, be a giver. So like I mentioned earlier, I have that strategically planning your month as a Beachbody coach video. But being a giver means on your social media, you're giving value for free. That way, when you do ask for people to join you in your challenge group or join you in your business, you've earned the right to do so because you're somebody people want to follow. To create a following, how do you create a following? You have to make people like you. How do you make people like you? You make them feel special. You give them something. What do I mean by give them something? I'm talking a meal plan, a free workout tip or advice or video, a recipe that worked for you, tips and advice, being vulnerable, helping people relate to your story and finding strength in your story. That's a big one. When people find strength in your story, you earn their trust. When you earn their trust, you've earned the right to ask for a sale of a challenge pack. If you've never given anything like value, you're not going to get anything in return. So if you are spinning wheels on social media and you're spinning wheels on Hitting Success Club, look at your business. Are you giving anything of value to the world? I've created a very big following on social media because I constantly give value daily, whether it be a workout, inspiration, a recipe, a meal plan, a free clean eating challenge group, or me just laying out my garbage and saying, relate to me. I relate to you. I feel you. Let's talk about this problem that a problem that women have. And I'll find women are very loyal to my page and to talking to me because they know that I won't judge. I'm not somebody that they have to feel like they have to be fake in front of. They know that I am honest and authentic and I put it out there. And so sometimes the putting it out there stuff is ugly and it's not fun to talk about the things that pained me in the past or the things that are paining me currently. But that's my following latches onto that. They're like, okay, this woman has built a very successful organization, or she is building one, or she's got a business and she is turning all these negatives into a positive, and that's inspiring. And I want to continue to follow her. So with that being said, that's my biggest takeaway. And don't just give value on your Facebook, to give value to the world. Go volunteer at church, go volunteer in your community and talk about it. Go help a neighbor and talk about it, because that shows people that you care too. And that's just good vibes. That's just good stuff to go help people, and gives you more confidence. So giving time, giving back financially, whatever you can do, will help you feel better about yourself for sure. And that confidence will exude into your business. Mm-hmm. That's it, Perry.
Anita, man, talk about giver. You gave us some great things here, and you are like not only giver for our team, but giver to our network with all the videos and things that you've been just so freely shared. Everything from your team calls to your training to here's this tool, I'm going to give it a try. the fact that, getting out there and sharing your family and everything with that, it's just been a blast and a journey to go. Do you have like 5-10 minutes where some people may have a few questions, or do you have to get going? I know it's family time, and we kind of caught you off guard with the call today.
It's 9:45 here, so keep the kiddos in bed. So shoot with your questions. I'm here.
That's right. Now you're 2 hours different. See, I'm giving you all the Central Time stuff, and you went and moved, and we moved too. we're no longer in Canada either. So,
Anita, I think
so I'm going to have somebody. If you can raise your hand, and I will. We'll go with Sean then. Yeah.
Anita, I think you answered the question with the book you recommended, the Miracle Morning. Is it Hal Elrod?
Yeah.
Okay, because the question I was going to ask was about how do you like wake up and get yourself going? Because I'm sure you have moments to wake up and you're like, I don't really feel like coaching right now. It's like there has to be some kind of mental snap into it.
For me, I woke up and I kind of lost this drive, and I think it's because I've reached my financial goals. But I used to wake up I woke up hungry to work my business. But the thing is, I didn't always wake up knowing what I needed to be doing. But I didn't that didn't happen overnight. It took me a few months to get to the point where I was hungry for that success. It took going to Summit, basically. I went to Summit and came back I get it now. Then I started reading that book. So I wake up in the morning, or I need to be better about this. I haven't done this in a while. My husband's going to laugh at me when I say this, but because he doesn't really know. But I used to wake up and stand in front of the mirror and say, you are a 15-star Diamond Beachbody coach. You are a millionaire. You are a success story. You are a strong, independent woman. I would stand in front of the mirror while my kiddo was playing on the floor, and I would say that stuff. And then I would do meditation, and then I would do yoga, and then I would write out my daily to-do lists, and I would breakfast. Sometimes I'd take a really cold shower, really wake my body up. And that just gave me that edge. So when I sat down on my computer, my mind was right, my body was feeling good, and I felt pumped up. And then I would read my personal development, and that's all in the Hal Elrod, the Miracle Morning, or I can't remember if it's
Miracle Morning.
Miracle Morning. He's like, get up at 5 a.m. and go cray cray. I'm like, I don't do 5 a.m., but I do 9. So, but I get up and I haven't done those in a while. I probably should. Tony Robbins does a lot of that too. He talks a lot about that. It's good stuff. So.
Cool. Thanks. Who else? Go ahead, Jackie. I'll unmute you.
Thanks, Perry. Anita, I'm a huge fan. It's like meeting a superstar tonight.
Oh.
I have a question. How do you target your ads on Facebook? I'm trying to reach out to people I don't have the opportunity to meet in person. How do you target them?
Okay, so my ads, I target moms between the age of 24 and 45 in Canada and the United States. And I do stroller strides, Amazon moms. I do Target Corporation, Huggies, Pampers. Sometimes I do Real Housewives TV show. So I target things that moms would like and enjoy.
Okay.
And so I boost videos of me working out, and I target those people. So they come and like my page because they see my little workout videos. And then my calls to action are boosted or targeted to the people who like my page and their friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool stuff. And with time management things, Anita, I think I heard this on one of the calls that Doug Moss did with you. You had a clever way of using the YMCA for managing your time at the beginning. Did that work out for you?
I don't think that was me.
Oh, it wasn't you? I thought it was.
No, I didn't do Doug. Maybe it was me.
It was something. Well, I listened to it today. Maybe it wasn't. So, okay, different time. Never mind. Anybody else? Question? Hand raise. If you're on the phone, I cannot see the hand. Okay. You might have to do *6 if you want to unmute yourself. Okay, go ahead, Rose.
I can't see myself. My screen's going crazy.
We can see you.
Okay. Sounds good. So Anita, my question is, do you like on a consistent basis, do you build that relationship with the person before? I mean, do you just kind of build a relationship with people and then invite them to your challenges, or how do you go about going through the process of inviting people, and do you kind of pull the trigger and clean meeting? What's your process of doing that?
Okay, so I use form, family, occupation, recreation, message. I pretty much fly through that pretty quickly. So, and sometimes I find that, I mean, I've just flat out invited people and got to know them through the invitation process. So I would invite and be like, hey, you know, got this challenge group starting. What do you think? What are your fitness goals? And then we just start talking about their fitness goals and start talking about their life. And then one thing leads to the next, and I'm talking to them about challenge group. So it just depends.
Okay.
I have no like definite way of doing it. It just depends.
Okay. So just, but every day you're talking to people, you're messaging them and just connecting and forming with them.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I've got it to a point where I boost an ad for a challenge group and I talk to new people. I don't talk to people and I don't invite anymore, but I had to in my first year.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. Cause they're interested. They're seeing that boost. So they're automatically interested. So you have that.
Yep.
You already have that. Okay. Good.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're boosting posts that were about your family, about you know, it's not like join my challenge group or what or things like that. It's kind of you weren't you boosting things about your story, Anita, to help
I
people?
do both. I do my story and then I do my challenge.
Okay, you do that. Well,
yeah.
Very cool. And it's not going in and doing an ad; it's doing a boost right from the page, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I boost.
She boosts. These falls right in line with our Shakeology boosts. Okay, others? Anybody else? Last chance? All right, we got a lot of people on here. Anita, thanks so much for coming on our call and taking the time. If you could hear the applause and cheering and everything, we so appreciate you. And when we announced the call, it lit up like a Christmas tree on our team wall. So people were really excited.
Good.
Glad you could take the time with us, and you worked your business enough to be able to take a little slice of time and spend this with us and share those top tips. Guys, if you are on a video, bring yourself on a video. Let's do a quick selfie. And we'll all, I'd say we all pointed at Anita, but we've got like 26, 27 of us on here. So it was like, hey, you know, give a rally smile, and we will do a little screenshot here and get us on there. Look at all the smiley faces coming back on. All right. And we're counting in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good deal. All right. You guys have yourself a great evening. Thanks a lot, Anita.
Yeah, no problem. Bye, guys.
Bye.